Hi guys, hello and welcome to the House of Crypto. Guys, make sure you're liking and subscribing the video to stay up to date with the most realistic content on cryptocurrency anywhere on the internet at the moment. Guys, make sure you stay to the end. We're going to look at price predictions, which are potentially going to be quite crazy and quite scary, but I'll bring those to you at the end. Guys, what I want to bring you over to quickly is the Ethereum chart, which is right here as we speak. On the 4 hour, as you can see, guys, for a long time, this is possibly over the last few weeks, we've been following this yellow trend line, staying really tight up against it, testing it numerous times, but always bouncing back pretty hard. However, guys, knowing what's happening in the Bitcoin market as well at the moment, and how Bitcoin can pull Ethereum and all the other altcoins around with it, this is kind of like a key moment to be watching very carefully right now, guys. So as we see, we've broken, let's just put over to the 30-minute chart. What I want to look at is what we had and where we've come down to this point. So we came up to this high, local high a couple of days ago. Since then we've been trending back down, and then we put in a slightly lower high here before moving back down and retesting. Guys, I want to look at this here. So what we had before was a double top pattern. Okay, so this was confirmed here, and then we saw the break to the downside. How can we confirm that? So if we take a measurement quickly from the neckline, which is here, all the way up to the top, and then we see how far it fell. Guys, it's pretty much almost perfect, almost perfectly fallen to hold on, here we are. Almost perfectly fallen to the low here. So there we are, see, lines up and lines up down here. That's pretty perfect. Now what's start looking quite worrying, quite ominous, is as we look at the lower high, obviously this has regained, bounced back off both this green line, which has been a solid line of resistance, and then gave us a good line of support as we bounce back. If we then, however, look at this new high here, we've got what looks like potentially a head and a shoulder pattern. Probably a bit of a bad drawing picture there. Anyway, doesn't look like anything else. We won't talk about that. So guys, as you can see, the head and shoulders is starting to develop. Guys, as we know with this, we're going to look at the neckline. You can see it's already broken the neckline. If we're going to take the neckline and we're going to draw all the way up to the top, and then we're going to draw that down from the neckline, guys, again, brings us down to pretty much where we were exactly before. So although I think it's looking rather likely now that we could potentially break this yellow line, still this would be my a potential low here. Guys, other things to look at as we come over to the Ethereum Bitcoin dominance chart is, as we saw before, broke out of this triangular pattern which has been set for a long time. Sorry, this is on the 4 hour. We come up, we've perfectly come back down and tested this line of what was previously resistance, tested as support, almost perfect, and now we're coming up again and we're making what starting to look like a bit of a flag, a potential flag pattern here. Okay, now this is pretty if we put it down through here, and then you can see it's kind of playing off on other lines. See how far we can go back, really, almost down to that red candle there. We saw a bit of a drawback. Guys, if that plays out and this breaks to the upside, well, we could see Ethereum continuing to push on, with perhaps Bitcoin taking a bit of a retrace. However, if we're looking at this differently, we might be seeing here a bit of a double top pattern unfolding, in which case we could see this fall again like we did before. Probably the neckline's probably about there. We could see this fall down, and maybe, in fact, if we take this from how we were going to take it originally, and then we take that all the way down from there, guys, we end up again perfectly almost back at this line of resistance. Yeah, so what we could see potentially would be a bit of a bounce here. We see Ethereum take a bit of a retrace and then bounce onto the upside. Coming back to this chart, in fact, as I've been speaking, guys, look, we've literally just broken through this yellow line here. Now obviously there's like slight variation in how we could draw this line and where it lines up exactly, but it's really worth keeping an eye on. Not saying it's definitely going to come crashing back down. Obviously, what I can imagine, if it does do that, we're going to see a bit of a retest before it would push further down. Previously, we've seen quite a good bit of support of this 200 EMA, 200 week EMA, which is this orange line. Although obviously we've gone through there. So guys, as promised earlier, bearish price prediction potentially, if we're looking to short this, is $1,234. Absolutely, which is absolutely if we're going to really push it. However, obviously, I think this line of support, if this can hold, we're looking at a fairly sort of solid position for taking profits there. However, guys, possibly not worth taking the trade as we speak. I personally want to wait for it to come back round and test. If it comes back round and retest this, then I can see it falling further. Still pushing, as we can see. Guys, make sure you're doing your own research. Obviously, disclaimer, not financial advice. I do this for my own understanding of the markets, when to buy and sell, when to trade, and work out what's going on. Plenty of videos available out there for you to learn to trade. So make sure you go out there, do your own research, and good luck, guys. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye bye.